Welcome to Japan and the impressive Suzuka track for today's qualifying session, where we should be underway shortly. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
We're very happy with that position. Well done.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three: Vettel, Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
We're live today from the Mie Prefecture of Japan as we look forward to the Japanese Grand Prix. The 2015 race here was one of only 5 Grand Prix in history to feature no retirements at all. Although with the highly competitive field we have today, I don't expect we'll be repeating that stat anytime soon. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles, and it's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 racetrack. The drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. And keep an eye out for overtakes going into the final chicane. And all this will be happening under the watchful eye of Anthony Davidson, who joins me for today's race. And assuming the weather holds, when do you expect to see the action unfolding today, Ant?
Well, most of the time, passing here is limited very much into the final chicane, or maybe down into turn 1 if you get a good run and some assistance from DRS. but if we're lucky, we might see a bit of bravery into the hairpin, a place that Kamui Kobayashi certainly made his own in the 2010 Grand Prix on his way to a very impressive 7th place. And as you say, Crofty, this is all assuming that the conditions hold out. We know how quickly the clouds can come in here at Suzuka, and if they do, all bets will be off.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Perez, and Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Magnussen, Esteban Ocon, and Grosjean, Van Dorn, Turner, Brendan Hartley and Marcus Ericsson, Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
This is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix. Let's give... Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can. Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Yellow flag. Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage. Okay, some information on Raikkonen. They are out of the race. We're looking good from the start. Okay, you're in the top 10. We're accumulating some wear on the MG UK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy. Our gap to the car in front is 4.7 seconds. Push now. We're boxing this lap. Box this lap, please. Our gap behind is 6.2 seconds. Release, release. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery. Brendan is in the pits. Your front wing is damaged. Expect a lot of understeer unless we replace it. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Brilliant maneuver. 2 places at once. This is great work so far. 6 places up on our target, 6 places above our target. Okay, good work, great pass. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Nice work, that brings you up a place. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. Good job, you did really well. Super driving.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well though, there's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hand on the wheel, of course.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes then are on top today. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today? You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything or anyone stop you? There was some contact between you two. What happened out there? Do you have any comments about the collisions?
Great. Well, that's everything.